One of the places a lot of people struggle when creating a lot of content is on the edit. And for me, it's one of the places I pride myself on. I am able to create a lot of quality content very quickly. Do I like to think that I'm just a unicorn of an editor and I'm just absolutely amazing at what I do? Yes. But realistically, I've just created a lot of systems that make things a lot easier for myself. So in this part of the series, I want to go over how you can organize your folders and set up your Premiere project. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to import the footage onto my computer, and I'll generally organize it as camera A, camera B, and the audio. Now, before I ever started filming, I've already created my folders, and the way that I like to name my videos is the video number and then the title. And I want to use the exact title that I'm going to do on YouTube so that when I'm ready to post the video, I don't have to, again, think too much about it. All I have to do when it gets uploaded is just get rid of the number and then the title's ready to go. And then I'm going to sort my footage into each folder. So video 77 is going to go into video 77. I'm going to keep each video as its own component in the folder. I'm not going to keep all of the footage together because I'll show you in the edit why this makes things a lot simpler. Before we get to that, one of the reasons that we might want to keep each video as its own separate folder is that, let's say we have multiple editors working on the project. If I want to send the first 10 to one editor and the other 5 to another editor, it's really simple for me to break up the project. It also helps for me to see if I'm missing any footage because I can look at the folder and say, oh no, why does video 81 only have camera A? Let me go back and figure out where that is. Same thing with if I am missing any footage, when I open my project and I have footage offline, I can easily go in and find the footage that I need based on the way that I've structured my folders. Once I have all of the files in the correct folders, then I'm going to create my Premiere project. I have a very specific naming convention for each of my projects, so it's really easy for me to go through and find the one that I need. I legitimately like to keep every part of the system completely organized because there's a lot of times where I'll go back and try to find a certain video later, and this way it's really easy for me to do that. Once I've opened up my project, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the footage in there, and I'm going to put it in a footage bin. As you can see, every single one of the folders that I created is there, so as I'm going through the edit, when I need to edit video 81, I just click the drop down and there's the footage that I need. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab all of my assets. I want to make sure I have all the assets in every single project I do, and I want to create a new project for every single filming day. I've done it in the past where I try to just add new filming days into that project, and it just started to get really, really messy. So I like to keep them all self-contained. Again, let's say I have to send it to an editor. This way I'm not sending a massive project to them. I'm just sending the 10 videos that they need with the footage that they need for that specific project. Once I have the footage imported and the assets imported, the next thing I'm going to do is create the sequences. The very first time that I had a filming day that I was doing editing, I decided to create one sequence and put all of the videos on there, which I thought, oh, that's a great idea. That's how I used to edit when I was creating little promos for television. And it was really quick because I could just go in and out point, export, in and out point, export, in and out point, export. The problem is the time code. If I had a problem and I needed to go back and fix something, then I was like, oh shoot, now I have to figure out where 1:30 is on this time code because it's the 4th video in. And then also going back and trying to find that specific video, it was an absolute mess. So don't do that. Create a specific sequence for each video. It takes very little extra time to create all of those sequences, but it's going to save you a ton of time in the future when you're going back and completing the videos. The next thing I'm going to do is sync up each of my timelines. The way I like to use this is I use a program called Pluraleyes, but if it's not something that you want to pay for, what we do when we're filming is we do a clap. And that clap is going to be heard by the audio and it's going to be heard by the 2 cameras. So it's really easy for me to go into each piece of footage, find where that clap is, and then sync everything up. Once everything is synced, that's when I'm going to start the edit. Generally, after a day of filming, if I'm not too tired, I like to do this entire process that evening. Get all of the footage onto the computer and create my project. That way I know if I need to hurry and shoot anything else, that I'm missing anything, I'm missing any footage. It's not 5 days later that I'm figuring that out. It also helps for me to just get moving on to the next part of the project. You know, if you leave it on that card, instead of getting it onto your computer, you have the chance that you're going to format that card before you got it and lose all of that footage. Something's gonna happen to the card, you're gonna lose it. You don't want to take any chances with the footage that you just shot, so it's best to just do what they call DIT right away. In the next video in the series, I'm going to go through and show you how I edit all my videos in bulk at once, adding all the different assets, duplicating attributes to make this go really, really fast. Make sure you subscribe and follow along for more. We are your video allies. You've got this, we've got your back, and we cannot wait to see what kind of content you create.